The best case scenario for me is this game ties. Like, that's how I win. That's how I win. I win as a Giants fan if it ties. But I think at least this game, like, the way I can be excited about it is betting on it, and we're going to get some good football.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. A lot of opportunity for bets.
What's your initial, like, when you look at this game, what's your initial read?
Yeah, I have the Cowboys winning this game. Like, even back when the schedule release came out this summer, I always thought that Philly and Dallas would split, and I feel like Philly has the home field advantage, so I feel like they were going to take that first game initially. But I think this is the Cowboys game for taking. Now, there are some question marks about Mike McCarthy. I think he just had a surgery today.
Yeah, appendix.
Yeah,
out of there.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think he's going to be set to go for Sunday, but even if he's not, I feel like this Dallas Cowboys team is prepped and prime, ready to go. I mean, they have been on a tear these last few weeks, and from them coming up just slightly short when they played in Philadelphia, I think they really have that on top of their mind, and they're going to be ready to come out and perform on Sunday night.
Yeah, and they've been on, a 4-game win streak since losing to Philadelphia?
Yeah, 4-game
win. Yeah. And then looking at the Dallas team total, that's at 27.5. The Eagles are 24.5. Are you taking that 27.5 over? I think it might stay. I think this game might end up being lower. I hate the way that this is trending towards, like, I don't think it closes higher than 53.
And see, it's hard, right? Because the Philadelphia Eagles defense, they haven't been playing well, and Dak Prescott has always historically just played lights out versus the Eagles. Mm-hmm. So I would probably go the over, but here's where I'm slightly disagreeing with myself, right? Because the Cowboys defense, they didn't play well versus Seattle, and we saw what happened to the Eagles defense versus the 49ers. So I think they're both going to come out with a chip on their shoulder, so it might be a defensive matchup. So if I had to put my money on it, which y'all know I will do, I'll go with the under.
Yeah. I think I'm with you on that. I think one place where Dallas can really take advantage of is that middle of the field with CD. I think that we've seen Philly. They're struggling right now. What would stop Dallas from winning? Like, where can they get in their own way?
I think the same thing we saw in the first game, right? The penalties, the costly penalties that really hurt Dallas Cowboys, and protection up front. I mean, Terrence still our right tackle, God bless him, but Hassan Reddick went out there and took him to the back of the shed and whipped him down. So if the Cowboys offensive line is able to protect Dak Prescott, like you said, I feel like our wide receivers can have a field day versus their secondary. And I know they got Shaq Leonard, but I don't think he's going to be fully ready to go, right? So, Jake Ferguson Day, I feel like there's going to be a lot of opportunity in the air, because we know the one strength of the Eagles defense, right, is their run defense. They're like fourth in rushing yards allowed, and they get a lot of pressure up front. But as far as their back end, I think it's going to be a lot of opportunity. So protect Dak Prescott and limit those costly, stupid offsides and false starts, because that cost us in the first game.
Yeah, I might be looking at some sack props for maybe Hassan Reddick, but we won't be too negative on here.
I wouldn't be mad at you. Do
you think that Dallas can cover the 3.5?
Oh, yes, easily, especially at home. Because, I mean, the Dallas Cowboys are on a home winning streak. I think we won our 12th game versus Seattle at home. So the Cowboys, historically, they play well. Now, maybe it's just because I'm in the building. They want to show out for me.
Yeah, that's got to be it. You have your Cowboy Ritas. What are they called?
Yeah. The Cowboy Ritas. Yeah, you definitely can have a Cowboy Rita with me. It's like the
I have to. Once the Giants are a little bit better, I refuse to go to a Giants game until they start, shaping up to look like a football team.
Right. So yeah, I think they can easily cover that 3-point spread. So I expect them to. I think if they're going to win, it's going to have to be by more than 3. So I would definitely put money on the Dallas Cowboys to cover. But like I said, it's really going to come down to the protection of Dak Prescott. But if you're able to protect Dak Prescott, I know you were talking, in the last segment about him playing at an MVP level. He's absolutely playing at an MVP level. So gotta give him protection. So
yeah, Dak right now. I was going to ask you that too before I start getting ready to let you get out of here. He's at plus 200. Like I said to Frank, I think that a win over Philly in good fashion will push him over that. Purdy leads right now. Where are you at with Dak winning MVP? Do you, like, in your gut, off of the way it rolls, like, do you think, one, you said he deserves it. I agree with you. I think he's been playing very well. Do you think he will win MVP?
I feel like it's Dak's MVP to lose, and people kind of look at me, side eye when I say that. It's not just being a Cowboys fan, because I feel like if you look at the games he has lined up, right, he has a big game on Sunday versus Philly. So if he goes out there, performs, and wins, that's a signature game. Then you go against Josh Allen, who's a lot of people's favorites or a sleeper, next week in Buffalo. Then you play the Dolphins, right? So it's kind of like 3 big games.
Yeah, it is.
Games that if Dak Prescott goes out and shows improves and wins, it's definitely going to put him in the lead position. Because if you look at it just from a statistical standpoint, you really can't name another quarterback playing better than Dak Prescott. When it comes to Purdy and Hurts and some of the others, it's just that their team is winning and there's kind of the guys. So yeah, I really think it's Dak Prescott's MVP to lose, but my focus is winning ball games and getting prepared for the playoffs, individual trophies secondhand.
Speaking of the playoffs, what team right now would you prefer not to see in the postseason that you think is a little bit feistier, that you'd rather just not deal with it?
San Fran. I want no smoke with San Fran anymore. I mean, the last 3 games I've been to all 3 of them. I'm tired. I'm tired.
Yeah, listen. Yeah, you've been through it. You've been through it, honestly.
I got whooped at home. I got whooped on the road. Saying they beat us everywhere. Like, that's the one team I want to avoid. And so I know a lot of Cowboys fans are talking about maybe making the push and winning the division, different things like that. Hey, if we got to be a 5th seed, maybe let San Fran and Philly play each other in the division and knock each other out. I'm perfectly fine with that, because no one's going to care how you get to the Super Bowl. All they're going to care about is if you got there or not. So let them do their back and forth.
Let them have to deal with it. You're tired. You've been through enough here. What's your final score prediction for this game?
Ooh, so final score prediction. So I think it's really going to come down to a few things, right? Third down conversions. The Philadelphia Eagles defense is bad. I think they're almost like 32nd in the NFL and third down defense, and the Cowboys are like 10th or something like that. So, but that tush push, you always got to put that into factor in consideration. So I got the Dallas Cowboys winning this game. I'm going to go with 28-24 Cowboys at home.
Okay.